What's happening, YouTube? Came back with another how-to video coming to you straight from quarantine, and today we're going to be replacing the headers on my 91 Miata 1.6 liter. I believe all 1.6 are EGR-less and all 1.8s do have an EGR, so I will not be doing EGR delete, even though I did buy one because I'm dumb. As y'all can see right there, I do have an exhaust leak, so I figured any kind of headers would be better. I was just looking for the cheapest headers I could find, because anything would be an upgrade from a cracked header. I went on the Facebook Marketplace, went ahead and found me some $40 headers. So the guy doesn't even know what brand they were. All he can tell me is they came off of 1.6, and that's all I need to know. The only problem with this is it has this weird thing right here. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's extended, if it's gonna fit or not. He said it came off of 1.6 stock Miata. I'm hoping what he said was credible. If not, I'm gonna take it to the welder and get it all fixed up. There are a few points on this that I am concerned about. That's the main one right there. This is at the bottom. This is a horrible welding job. They're cute. Alright, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna spray some penetrating oil on all the bolts while we get started. Okay, we're gonna start by removing things that are in our way, and that's primarily the intake. I've taken this off a million times. There's one 10mm bolt right here, that's gonna release the duct, and you got 3 12s, one 12 bolt right there, 12 nut right there, and a 12 bolt right there. And then we're also gonna remove this Phillips to take off the hose. Alright, next we're gonna remove all the head nuts on the manifold. Those are all 14. We're gonna use our big ass breaker bar to do that. Alright, we're gonna disconnect your oxygen sensor. That way we don't have to take it off right there. If you follow it right back, it's this wire, and the 1.6 is gonna be the single wire. Just disconnect this harness. It's a push and press at the bottom and pull up. There you go. Alright, next we're working on the 2 bolts in between the cat and I guess the mid pipe. We have 2 bolts and a nut holding that together, and they're both 13 mil. And so I'm gonna show you guys how I have it positioned. As you can see, I have a 13 mil wrench already holding it in place. So you can see if the wrench did decide to move with the nut, it would turn down and the wrench would hit this subframe, which will hold it in place for me. And this is because I really don't have a lot of space to work with, and this allows me to use just one hand. So right now what I'm gonna do is, since I broke it off with this mini breaker bar, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna put the breaker bar on the other side and put the wrench on the bolt, because it's a ratcheting wrench, and we'll get them off nice and easily. Doing the same thing with the other side. Have the breaker bar. It actually fits right there against the cement. Holds it real nice so I can get the ratcheting wrench and just go. Alright, the last thing holding in this header is that bracket right there. You can see that bolt going through the bracket. That's what's really holding it in. But the bracket itself is being held on by 2 17mm bolts. And since we're no longer going to use that bracket, might as well take off the entire bracket. First, we're going to remove the header from the bracket itself. After we take off the header, that bracket should be easier to get to. This is a 12mm bolt with a 12mm nut. I'm not sure if it's welded or mine is just seized, but it's turning. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and back this nut all the way out. Alright, that nut came out fairly easily. Towards the end of the threads against that nut, it started to get a little bit difficult, but just patience and keep on turning, and it came out. Alright, now there's nothing holding this header. Make sure you pull your spark plug wire all the way out, because you don't want to get stuck on anything when you're trying to pull it out and it's all heavy. So make sure it's completely free of anything. And let's switch to the chest cam so you guys can see me struggle. Alright, let's pull her out. The only thing holding her in is these studs right here. So as soon as these come off, it should just fall. Maximum effort. Okay. Oh, there's some other stuff. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, hold up. Oh shit. Waking up. Okay, so I don't know if I broke that coolant line right now or it just came off, but these air need to come off because I can't even get down there. Coolant is just leaking out. Oh shit. Alright, let's finish taking this out. Turns out that this heater hose line, this metal line, does just go shoved in right there. From right here, it's actually not being connected to anything. It's just being stuffed in there with an O-ring on it. So as soon as you take that header out, it's only being held in by this tab. This is what's keeping the pressure into that hole right there. So as soon as you move this, coolant starts flooding out. So something I didn't know checking out the header is I'm gonna need a bottle of coolant to top it off. Because I had to turn the camera and act fast because a lot was coming out. Anyways, I got the header out. It takes 2 people. I would almost argue that it's impossible to do by yourself. I actually had to call my mom out here and she just pulled pressure on the top while I kind of funneled it through at the bottom. So you just need someone to give pressure up on the top and you can go on the bottom and just shimmy it through. I did also pull off this hose right here. Okay, so as I expected, the part, $40 part, Facebook, doesn't fit. But to talk about the positives real quick, this is a whole lot lighter than the stock. So check out where I grab it. Very light, nice. I would guess maybe 30 pounds, less than that, maybe like 20, 25 maybe. Okay, but if I grab it, this one in the same spot, totally uneven. Look how much heavier this is. Look, and if I grab from right here, this is just way down. This is definitely, I would guess about maybe 35 pounds. That's everything I removed. I still need to remove this bracket, but yeah, unfortunately it doesn't fit. You can check, just trying to line it up roughly. You can see right there at the end, it dramatically doesn't fit. Even if I flip it, just try to roughly line it up. You can see right there. So I'm still gonna throw it in the car. That's not a problem. I do have to extend this, but I'm still gonna throw it in the car. I'm gonna put the gasket on the manifold, bolt it all up. But if it doesn't reach the cat, that's not a problem. I'm gonna take it straight to my muffler guy. Okay, just got some new gasket. This is the Felpro 2-part gasket. This is for the manifolds on the engine itself, and this is between the cat. We're gonna go ahead and put the gasket on the block right there, bolt up the headers, and drive it to the mechanic shop and hope to God I don't get pulled over. Okay, we do have to extend the oxygen sensor. We're gonna go ahead and pull the heat protector as far as we can back and cut the wire. After we do that, we're gonna strip it. Okay, go ahead and twist the wire. Then we're gonna fold it. This isn't copper wire, so it doesn't work with you as well as copper wire does. Go ahead and get your butt connector. And go ahead and crimp it. Give it a nice tug. Okay. Go ahead and get your extra wire. This is about 1 foot. Go ahead and get a lighter. And close off the ends. Sometimes it needs a little help closing. So I just pinch it with some pliers. Having one of these jet lighters is super helpful because I can shoot it from the side and twist. She's a beauty. You can see squishing with the pliers actually pushes some melted plastic outside, which really closes the seal. I do have some people tell me it's not good to burn the rubber like that, but in my opinion, it doesn't hurt the wire and it's just making a better weather seal. Alright, that bracket took me about 3 hours, blood, sweat, and tears to remove. And now it's time for the new headers. There you go. Make sure you put that radiator line on over the stud. Just like that. And unfortunately, as expected, we don't reach. Alright, time to put the header bolts back on the manifold. Start by hand tightening all of them. Alright, I have a ratchet with the 3-inch extension, my 14 socket. We're going to ratchet tighten all of them, then we're going to go back in with the torque wrench. Okay, you can see that all the nuts went in fine using the 3-inch extension, except these two right here. This one, I'm able to fit the ratcheting wrench on it, but this one right here, I cannot fit it. So what I'm using is I'm using the other side and slowly but surely turning it. I'm gonna keep doing that so I have enough room to fit the ratcheting wrench. Get all the header bolts on. Time to torque them. Someone said on a form that is 46 foot-pounds, so that's what I have it set at. The 2 bolts, I don't know how I'm gonna get to that with the torque wrench, but we'll figure that out as we go. We're gonna hit it in a star-cross pattern, like you should be doing with everything. Okay, with the 2 center ones, we're just gonna turn as hard as we can. All right, and that's the header bolts completed. Hey guys, don't forget your O2 sensor like I did. Make sure you tighten it up with the crescent wrench. All right, don't forget to connect your oxygen sensor. These 2 plugs right here, connect it until it clicks. There you go. Last thing to do is reinstall the intake. I'm not gonna show how to do that because I've showed you guys many times before. So let's do that right now. And there we go. Obviously the final step would be to connect that down pipe to your catalytic converter using the 13mm bolts with the 13mm nuts. Since mine don't fit, the next step for me is going to the welder and extending the pipe. Let's see how it's gonna sound with that 3-inch gap away from the catalytic converter. That was just sound like a Harley. I did smell rotten egg. If you guys don't know, if you smell rotten eggs from your car, that means your O2 sensor's bad. I did clean it with carb cleaner. That could be the reason. Hopefully it goes away. Yeah, right, let's go to the mechanics. Alright, on my way to Valley Mufflers. This shit is so loud and I'm losing so much power at the back end, so I'm barely even moving, dude. Especially watch, I just hit a red light. Watch the jump, dude. Just listen. I'm trying to turn gears in high RPMs, in low RPMs, I'm sorry. So it turns quiet because there's so many cops in this area. What's happening, YouTube? Some time has passed since I replaced the headers. When I came back from the shop, I listened to the sound of the headers and I actually recorded that clip. I'll play that clip now. You can hear that it really doesn't sound right. It's actually sounding really loud and kind of sounding raspy almost. I don't really know. But I knew that had to do because I had a valve cover leak. So I held this video until I was able to fix the valve cover leak, so y'all can get a better understanding of how the new headers sound. Once again, no idea where these headers are from, what kind of brand they are, but it was a lot lighter and hopefully it's a lot less restrictive than the stock headers. Obviously the stock headers were cracked, so anything was going to be an upgrade. Let's turn her on, see how she sounds from the inside when I start her up. Woo! So this is a cold start. We're gonna let her warm up all the way and then I'll show you guys how she sounds from the engine bay and also out from the exhaust. Okay, we're warm, idling nice. Yeah, she sounds really quiet. You can barely even hear anything. But you can't even hear nothing from right there. You still can't hear nothing. Yes, sir. She's sounding real nice. Definitely can't wait for the cold air intake. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Remember, these headers were really cheap. They were just headers to get me by. obviously until this baby gets a turbo, which are gonna be a whole different header manifold. The headers cost me $40, and in case y'all were wondering, it cost me another $40 to weld. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for 100 subscribers this past week, and I hope y'all have an amazing 4th of July. I really hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all like this video, go ahead and check out some more videos on my channel. I'm sure you're gonna like some more. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.